waiting here, and I cannot go home until I find my demons wherever they may roam. Something deep inside, like stealing your regrets. Drowning is the easy part if they haven't got you yet. When my world falls apart, in this place I drown in my tears, my fears. My God, what have I done? In this place away, in the pain, no gain, nothing ventured, nothing won, but I had my fun. You say I don't see it, maybe I just need new eyes, because the hardest thing to see is when you need to say goodbye.
Spotlight burns your face, every click a new trial. Voices loud, they scream, they compile. Shadows of her past, they cling, they chase. Like a ghost in the frame you can't erase. Echoes of yesterday, they won't let it go. She's not the same, they don't wanna know. She's coming higher, but they pull her down slow. Echoes of yesterday, louder than they should grow. Every upload, a crack in her skin. Fighting battles, they won't let her win. Change her colors, but they see black and white. She's in the ring alone, swinging for the light. Why can't they see? Why can't they see the woman she's trying to be? Echoes of yesterday, they won't let her go. She's not the same, but they don't wanna know. She's coming higher, but they pull her down slow. Echoes of yesterday, louder than they should grow. Why can't they see? Why can't they see the woman she's trying to be? Every upload, a crack in her skin. Fighting battles, they won't let her win. Change her colors, but they see black and white. She's in the ring alone, swinging for the light. Why can't they see? Why can't they see the woman she's trying to be? Echoes of yesterday, they won't let her go. She's not the same, they don't wanna know. She's coming higher, but they pull her down slow. Echoes of yesterday, louder than they should grow. Why can't they see? Why can't they see the woman she's trying to be? Why can't they see? Why can't they see the woman she's trying to be? They throw stones from the black glass and throne. She's building castles from broken bones. Every star a story untold. She's a phoenix rising, wings of gold. Oh no! Why can't they see? Why can't they see the woman she's trying to be? Throw stones from the glass thrones. She's building castles from broken bones. Every scar, a story untold. She's a phoenix rising, wings of gold. Echoes of yesterday, they won't. Every whisper pulls her back, back, back. Eyes like daggers in the dark, but they don't see her spark. What do you want?
Sorry about that. I was having technical difficulties. I don't know what I did, but everything got whacked. So what's up? What's up? I know it's late. It's 1:15 in the morning. And I was babysitting all night, so that's why I wasn't live. And I was going to go to bed, but I couldn't help it. I just cannot deal with what I keep seeing. And I can't deal with the fucking stupidity of her people. People that I actually liked. I just can't even believe what the fuck I'm seeing. So I'm going to start with Elevated Truth. That was fucking gross. Not Elevated Truth. But I don't know about you guys, but I'm sure all you guys watched him. I actually earned a lot of respect for him tonight. I still don't like who he hangs with, but I really did. I thought that he did what's the word I'm looking for? I thought he did a phenomenal job of expressing his feelings and what he went through. And you could tell he was angry and hurt, but it's something that has stuck with him forever. And I don't know if he ever got therapy for it, but I respect the fact that he came out and he spoke of it and he talked about it. And I guess he had talked about it in the past. And that's not easy to do, especially for a guy. I mean, it's hard when women have to talk about it, but in my opinion, it's just my opinion, it's much harder for a guy to admit it. Because I know for me personally, I can speak of being date-ard by a guy, but if it was a girl that did it, I don't think I would have that same ability. And I know that sounds fucking whacked, but maybe it's just my whacked out head. But for a guy to come out and talk about, especially a guy that presents himself like as being macho, the fact that he's able to express it or talk about it just makes him that much of a better person than so many others that hide it, that can't talk about it. So, I mean, whether he ever hears this or not, gives a fuck or not, doesn't matter. But I did. I actually I actually earned a lot of respect for him tonight. So, I don't know if other people feel the same. Hey, Holly, I don't know if other people feel the same, but I really did. The fact that he addressed it in such a way tonight that really made you think. And yeah, what Moon said was absolutely fucking disgusting. I don't remember hearing her say that, and if I do, I don't think I knew who the fuck she was talking about. I thought maybe it was just one of those things that, flew out of her mouth, like, how the fuck am I supposed to know kind of thing? But it was vile. And, he said something tonight that kind of stuck with me too. And that was, look at who Brittany surrounds herself with. Not you, Holly. But look at the people that Brittany surrounds herself with and the things they say to people and their lives and who they are. And it just, yeah, she was in Elevated Truth dropping memberships. And I'm with Clue, like, oh, she's probably in the wrong chat. But then I think she did it again. And then she wasn't at BJ's. I was like, wow, she finally saw the light. I agree with you, Rose Petal. What happened to Truth is disgusting. He didn't deserve it. Nobody deserves it. nobody deserves. All right, let me back up. There's an old drama rule, and that is if you talk about something on your panel and it's private or it's personal, not private, but if it's personal, keep it on that person's fucking channel. Don't talk about it on other channels. Hold on, Red. Don't talk about it on other fucking channels. I can't stand that shit. This is like an old drama rule that they never followed from me, but in reality, it should stay on that person's channel. Like, even my biggest hater, I never talk about her custody series. Why? It's not my business. That's her personal life. So it sucks that so many others can't think that way, but it's true. People need to stop. If it's a personal issue that somebody is talking about, leave it there. And that goes for anybody. I don't care who you are. It goes for anybody. But for her to say that in someone's most traumatic experience, probably in his entire life, is beyond fucked up. And what else I don't understand about that situation? That night, she was so afraid, just so afraid that he was going to hire people to hurt her son in jail and all this bullshit. Only to find out that she's running her mouth about him. Well, which is it? Which is it then? Are you scared or not? And it just got me thinking, you know what? This is just somebody else to run their fucking mouth. This is just somebody else to, use your kid as a fucking weapon. And it's gross. If your kid is legit being used as a weapon, I'm all for it. But I have yet to hear any child in this entire community, I don't care whose fucking child it is, I have yet to hear a legit person using someone else's child as a weapon. And that goes across the board. It's like everybody's just using someone's child, their trauma, their this, their that. And they're really talking about the parent. But that doesn't matter because they're going to say it was about the child. No. Nobody was targeting your child. My kids know what it's like to be targeted. But so far, all of this other shit, I have not seen where a child is being weaponized. Granted, I haven't watched everything, but I have yet to see it. So all of these creators go on about my poor child. They get super chats. So what does Moon do? Moon follows suit and does the exact fucking same thing. Lost all respect for her right then and there. Because I can't even picture Truth talking about a child. So, keep it moving. Can you tell me who? Because I didn't hear any of my normal people in that chat. So if you can name some names, let me know. Just let me know. Because the ones that, I didn't hear the whole thing, but the ones I heard were not from this chat. Holly goes everywhere. Like, literally. She goes everywhere. By the way, Holly, did you get your candles yet? So, yeah, Holly goes everywhere. And she's not who Sinner thinks she is. Just saying. I don't remember hearing Holly's name. But again, I didn't hear the whole thing because I was babysitting. So going back to what I was just saying, I am really like, I'm just so shocked at what the fuck is going on around here. Clues talked about BJ's children directly, called them pussy losers, good for nothing. Not BJ, but her kids. Okay. But that's not weaponizing kids. That's going after a kid. But that's not weaponizing a kid. I'm talking about, and I'm not saying it's right, don't get me wrong. And as far as I know, isn't that them going back and forth? That Brittany went after Clue's ex-husband situation, so Clue fired back. I don't know. I'm just asking. Okay. And I agree with you, Piper. Weaponized trauma is the issue, correct. And again, I'm not justifying talking about someone's kids or calling kids names. I think that's fucking gross. I didn't like it when BJ did it to Jonesin, calling her kid a fuck stick or whatever she said. That was fucking gross. I think they're all gross. My honest opinion, they're all fucking gross. And I agree with Holly. They're all starting to sound exactly the same. So I gotta keep talking. I'm yawning. I mean, it is 1:30 in the morning, but never too late. And that's an opinion. Keep it moving. But all right, I'm not gonna look at chat. I want to finish. I want to say what I gotta say. But I don't know what the fuck is happening to this community. This community seems to be nothing more than a fucking cesspool right now. This one weaponizing this one weaponizing that, this one going as low as they can get, then that one's going even lower. I don't get it. What's too low anymore? Everybody's on a side. You have this side, you have that side, you have this side. You can't say this, you can't say that. When does it end? And where is it going to end? When someone goes too far? When somebody just can't take anymore? And believe me, I'm not talking about Brittany. I'm saying anybody. Someone in the audience, someone, one of the subscribers. But you see everybody going after everybody to a point that it's going to get to the point where there's no fucking return. And I don't think anybody wants that per se. But I feel like if shit doesn't change, that's all that's going to fucking happen. And all right, I got to say this without it coming across like I'm defending that, because I think it's disgusting and I'm not defending it at all, Piper. So please don't mistake my next statement as defending something. But Brittany's kids shouldn't have heard that in the first place. For example, my kids, people have run their fucking mouth about my kids, some vile shit. My kids never heard it. I would never let them know about it. That some asshole called my kid a name. I would never tell my kids that. So as gross and vile as it is, Brittany shouldn't be doing lives around her children. Brittany shouldn't even allow her kids to hear what's being said on the internet. So I partly make her responsible for that. But at the same time, I expect nothing less from certain people, if that makes sense. QB is one of those. I would expect nothing less out of QB. Red, again, he's part of Clue Crew, not my style. You have to understand, and Red, you've known me long enough, you should really know this about me, if you're the same Red that I'm thinking of. I can watch someone on YouTube, and maybe this makes me different than most. I could watch someone on YouTube, not support them per se, but I can watch them and know that they're not people I would ever hang out with in real life. They're not people that I would be friends with in real life. They're not people I would hang out at a bar. I thought it was you. I wasn't sure. They're not people I would ever hang out with at a bar. But I can still watch them on YouTube and enjoy what they have to say, if that makes sense. And with Elevated Truth, what he said tonight, I can appreciate it. That doesn't mean buy a membership to his channel. That doesn't mean that we're going to be besties. It doesn't mean that I'm ever going to give him $1. But I can still respect what he had to say tonight. You know, I am not, all right, let me rephrase that. I know that Clue probably wouldn't like me because of my Jewish heritage. She could deny it all she wants. I've heard enough and I've seen enough. And I'm okay with that because she's not someone I would ever be friends with. But at the same time, I could still enjoy her and Cletus on a panel and respect what they had to say. I hope that makes sense. And that goes for all of them. And maybe that's just being an adult. But that's why I say, and I could say that about all of them, but that's why I say I would never, braid hair with these people. They're not my type of people. But that doesn't mean that I couldn't enjoy a live that they were doing. And I hope that makes sense. Or doesn't mean I can't feel bad for someone, of what they went through or the trauma that they went through or anything like that. Yes, I can find value in what someone is saying, whether I like them or not. Jamal, thank you. Perfect way to put it. And sometimes I might learn something. There's a couple of things Cletus has said that I'm like, oh, what a great way to look at something, or what a great way to think about something. And I can also respect the fact that if I believe someone is intelligent, like I do think Cletus is a smart guy from what I've seen. Is it someone I'd hang out with? No. But I can still learn from him, or I could still think that he's a good dude. So I hope that explains that I'm not sticking up for anybody. I don't want to break bread with these people. I don't want to hang out with them. I don't want to buddy up with them. But I can still appreciate the things they say or the things they go through or shit like that. And from what I've seen, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Don't hate me if I'm wrong. Out of all of them, I haven't seen Clue lie yet. At least not like her buddies do. And I don't mean Truth or Cletus. I'm talking Jay, Granny, Queen Bee, notorious liar. So I haven't seen that from Clue yet. So I can put aside that Clue is who she is because it's never going to affect my real life. I hope that makes sense. The affiliation between the 1520 Karma channels, all in their H8 Bubble, all share and understand. I don't share the same audience. That's why Brittany said, oh, they're just doing this because they're getting 1,500 people. Where the fuck is my 1,500 people? Where are my thousands of dollars? I want to know. Bitches better get here. But, and Millie, I'm not downing that. I'm just saying that everybody, I'm sure there's a lot of racist people that don't get busted out being a racist kind of thing that you may like, or you meet a guy or you meet someone. See, I don't know. Swan, I don't watch her enough to even know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just started watching her, what, 3 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago? Literally 4 weeks ago? I am doing it wrong, Millie. I'm telling you. I really am doing it wrong. So, yeah, I don't know clue. Literally a couple of weeks ago, I started watching her. So that's all I have to go on. Now, what I don't like, I am seeing so much more in Britney. And the thing is, let me explain this. I fucking wanted to see change. I truly wanted Britney to be a different person. Even the last 2 days, I've been thinking about this. I'm like, you know what? I really don't like the other side, the dark side. And I don't really see much difference between Queen Bee and Britney. Honestly, I don't. And I don't know how people don't see that. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe Britney will change. And then tonight happens, which I have recorded. I'll show you guys. But before we get to that, I got a comment from one of her subscribers who liked me until I went against Britney. And this is the main reason I went live. I just need to address this so bad. Amy Lynn left a comment for me and said, hold on, let me pull it up. It'll make it easier. So I don't misquote anybody. But I was almost dumbfounded, and I feel like a lot of people think like this, and I don't know why. By the way, Brittany, my 1,700 subs are over at Jay's. So there you go. By the way, if you want to catch up on the, don't hate me because I don't remember the name, Rivera's case, the one that ever was Celeste, Rotten Mango, my favorite go-to, has a 2.5-hour upload on her. It's already got like over almost 2 million views. She posted it 13 hours ago. It's everything that we know so far. And if you don't know who Rotten Mango is, she's like the bomb. She's the best true crime creator ever. I said in my next life, I want to be her. All right. Comments. I think it was on this video. Nope, not that video. What the fuck? Hold on, I have to go this way. Do. Why? I should have been prepared, but it's late. Oh my God, what a fucking idiot. All right, here it is. So Amy Lynn had left a comment that said, if you listen, she didn't have any more of the little packs of ointment, but she did have BC powder packets. That's why she is only showing the bigger one, because she doesn't have any of the ointment. Geez, all the way. You guys are way too invested. So I said, Amy, she said the packet was ointment. So then Amy said, yes, I know she did. But like I said, she didn't have any ointment packets left to show. But she said that she will get more and show it all. So I said, so let me understand your logic. She didn't have any imaginary packets left. So she decided to change it to another product. Do you realize how absolutely stupid you sound? That's what I want to point out. I'm sorry, but let's just go on the fact, okay, she doesn't have any packets left. All right, we're just going to give her the benefit of the doubt. She doesn't have any packets left. So because you don't have any packets left, then all of a sudden you change drugs? Oh, well, I didn't have any left, so I'm going to now say that this was it. So I'm now going to say that this is it. I didn't say you were stupid. I said it was the stupidest comment. So let me explain what I mean. Just because you don't have that packet, you don't then switch the entire drug and then lie to everybody and say, oh, well, it was this, even to the point that you sit there and you show that drug. You literally show that drug and say, see, this is it. Like, what? And then she has people that fall for that. If you have a specific drug or packet or whatever, you don't then switch it to something else. Amy, I think you're missing the point here. She stated, after she couldn't find the other one, she stated, this is what I used. It was BC powder, see? And she even tried to hold it the same way. Nice try, Brittany. So don't sit here and say that, oh, it was something else, because that's not what she said. You don't need to explain it, Amy. The obvious is right in front of you. It's you that doesn't want to see the truth. She didn't, if she would have come live and say, see, this also has a black pack to it, whatever, I get it. I totally get it. I would have no problem if she just came out and said, you know, it looks like this. This is not the only, Suboxone is not the only thing that looks like this. I'd be right there with you. But she didn't do that. She forgot that she told everybody that it was an antibiotic. So then she comes back and says, it's BC powder. You can't be both. And the only reason why she didn't go back on that was because she was getting called out on it. Like, Brittany, you said it was antibiotic. She actually then said, I never said it was antibiotic, ever. I never said that. It was BC powder. Really, Brittany? And she went double down last night. How we're all crazy. That it was, she never said it was antibiotic. It was BC powder. She just kind of said the wrong thing. Really? Yeah, I don't think so. Sorry, I don't think so. Now, was it definitively Suboxone? I have no idea. I'm telling you, I don't know. She had a bag of something that I've done, I might say, yeah, that's definitely it. But I've never even seen Suboxone, so I don't know. But going on what everybody else said, it was Suboxone. Okay, but I know what it wasn't. It definitively was not a tube of ointment, which is what she originally said. She originally said it was a tube. Then, when she realized she couldn't pull that one off, then she said it was ointment from the doctor. Then, when she realized she couldn't pull that one off, then all of a sudden she searched all day for something and found that it was BC powder. And BC powder had a coat on the back, a black strip on the back. That's what the fuck happened. And then she changed the whole story. And then she had to backtrack because it was lie after lie after lie. And I have such a hard time understanding how you guys just believe all her bullshit. I know that you want to believe her, but I don't understand how you believe her. Read up on gaslighting, because that's exactly what that was. When someone tries to change your reality and tries to change what you know is true, that's called gaslighting. And that's exactly what she does. And I just, I was listening to somebody for a couple of minutes earlier, and this creator was saying that, hey Lizzie, hey Dee, this creator was saying that she doesn't understand why any of us care. Who cares if she's on drugs? Who cares this? Who cares that? And although I would agree with her on a lot of things, for me personally, and I can't speak for anyone else, but for me personally, it's the lies. And the fact that she brings up my name with lies, I have an issue with it. But I also feel sorry for people that are in active addiction and can't stop. Now, again, let me stress, I do not pick on her. I do not talk about her family. I do not go after her looks. I've never gone after her looks. I don't do all these things that a lot of these other creators do. I've listened to Clue, Jay, not so much Granny, but Clue, Jay, B. Tim, all go after the dumbest shit. They go after her looks. They constantly going after her looks, going after the way she might say something. To me, there's way bigger things to go after her for. Way bigger things. Those things to me are just meaningless. They really just do not mean anything. I heard someone go in her chat, or I heard this on someone else's channel. I think it was on someone else's channel, where someone that is borderline wants to be me kind of thing, like no joke, wants to have my life, had said something to Brittany, and Brittany made a comment about angles and filters. Okay, Brittany, let me explain something to you, just so you know. I don't know if you've ever seen my desk, but the only place that I have a camera is on top of my monitor. I have two 49-inch monitors. And then I have my desk, I have my Cricut, I have papers, I have two printers. I'll take a picture for you, Brittany. You'll see why my camera is where my camera is. I have posted totally unfiltered pictures of myself on my wall. You can go see them. I've posted pictures without makeup. I've posted pictures, like I just posted one recently, not a fucking makeup. It wasn't even taken by any of us, with me and the kids. Believe me, Brittany, I am not embarrassed of what I look like at all. I'm actually quite proud of what I look like. So the only reason, and I don't use filters. I mean, the picture that I have up is a filter, but I never made a shame of that. But there's tons of videos you can see what I look like, Brittany. So I'm sorry that somebody was able to manipulate you like that, but I found it pretty comical. Like, literally pretty comical. So Brittany then makes comments about people, runs her mouth about people, and then she tries to be the victim. So what I care about, literally what I care about truth, like the actual truth. And I've told Brittany, stop roping me in with all these other people, because I'm nothing like these other people. So you can stop roping me in with them and making it out like I do what they do, because I don't. I absolutely don't. Because again, I don't go after your looks. I don't go after your personal life. I don't go after your kids. I don't go after Craig. I don't do any of that. So please stop putting me in the same category. But I am going to tell you what I do get bothered by. And I don't understand how your people fucking put up with it. I just don't. It's one of the questions of the world. Why people are fucking supporting you. The only reason they should support you is fucking rehab. That's it. And I don't care what your drug test said, because you were never tested for the drugs that I believe you're on. But you cannot tell me in the video I'm about to show you that this is someone being tired. Brittany, this is called nodding out. And I'm watching it, and I'm watching people in her chat, and I'm watching the chat just totally just ignore what they're seeing and what they're hearing. And I'm like, it was almost like a project to me. Oh, why is there a fucking moth? It was almost like a project to me. And like Psychology 101. What triggers these people? Why are these people okay with, like, just, I want to study their minds. I truly don't get how they're okay with this. So I made two videos. I'm going to go ahead and play them. Tell me what you guys think. I don't know if you guys watched her tonight or not. But tell me what you guys think. It literally hurts me that so many people don't give a shit what's right in front of them. If she wants to get high and she wants to do drugs, be my guest. But the nonstop lying about it and the people that support it is what blows my mind. So hold on, let me pull up my videos. Yep. Did I make 3 videos? Oh no. Ah. All right, 16 minutes and 1 minute. All right. I'm not going to play the whole thing.
This is just a whole effed up situation. And she has no excuse.
Okay. One of the things that I want to point out, which in my opinion is extremely important. Now, I have ADHD, okay? I understand what it's like to have ADHD. I do. Someone that is constantly moving and constantly itching and constantly twitching is the furthest thing from someone who's quote unquote tired at all. That's not tired. Taking drugs doesn't necessarily mean that she's shooting heroin. I don't believe that she's on any kind of illegal substance. What I do say is that she is on a prescription medicine that she was not tested for. And that's a fact. All the drugs that I think she's on, she was never tested for it. And that's important to remember. Yep.
Like there's no excuse for this one. I'm sorry. Like,
Just so you know, she'll come up in a minute. I was trying to make the screen louder. I was trying to make the screen focused in on her.
there's so many options that you don't have to do stuff like this. What about her milk production? That's a good question. Coffee crime and cats. What about that? What about her milk production? So many no excuse, Dreamcatcher. Right. The professional photos sure seem like maternity photos. How
I want you guys to take notice of how often she fucking moves, itches, scratches, licks her lips nonstop through this entire thing. She cannot just sit still. But watch her eyes.
yes, I agree. She'd have to hide it. Yeah, coffee. She would have to hide it, no doubt. Trooper's mom said, remember the drop box was only a block away. Yep. I was telling Craig that today about her. I was like, there was a safe haven like right down the road from her house. Like no questions asked. None. Could have left the baby there, no questions asked. I cannot. Sorry, guys. Hold on.
She just nodded out for a second. And whenever she comes back and says, I just cannot, she cannot fucking keep her head together. She cannot figure out what her last statement was. And it gets worse.
Chest is itching. Okay. All right. I scratch my chest and I close my eyes for a second. They'll say I'm going to sleep because of that.
The fact that she even said that tells me everything I need to know. The fact that she even made that point. Well, what about the 15 other times you're about to close your eyes, Brittany?
I'm one of those people. Are any of you like that? Like when you scratch, you shut your eye? Like I'll scratch and I'll shut my eye. I don't know. There's meds to dry up milk, but she hadn't seen the doctor. Well, there's not just meds to dry up milk. There's other methods to do it as well. Like, not trying to be gross, but it's 100% true. Cabbage leaves. Cabbage leaves will dry a woman's milk up. As weird as that is, I don't know. I know for a fact it works because I did it and it did. 100% will dry a woman's milk up. Put a cabbage clove or cabbage leaf in each one of your bras, each side of your bra. And yeah. Yeah, and if you don't pump or feed it, it dries up on its own. But it does dry up on its own, but if you use like cabbage leaves, it'll dry up like twice as fast. Like it'll seriously dry you.
I have no idea why she went off camera like that. What that was about, I don't know.
You up within a day or two. That's crazy that cabbage does that. I'm sure she went straight to the medical in jail. We paid for that visit, right, troopers? Ivy League. Ivy League. Hello, darling. She said, I found it alarming that she posted on social media immediately before giving birth that her biggest fear was having all boys and no girls. What? Wow.
Did you see what just happened? That's not tired. Tired? You wouldn't have been able to catch yourself like that and just pop up. Keep watching.
Wow. And the baby just so happened to be a boy, right? Lord, I don't care. I don't care what I have or ever had. Like, they're all blessings, no matter if it's a boy or a girl. That's ironic. Isn't that ironic? Don't you think? A little too ironic. Wow. Before giving birth, her biggest fear was having all boys and no girls to be her mini-me. That is ominous, to say the least. And then she had a boy. Makes you wondered on it. Like, did she have the boy and that's why she was like, nope? Like, how can you? I just cannot, guys. I can't relate. I cannot understand it. I have no sympathy or empathy for this chick because you're grown. Not like you're a 13-year-old girl who lives in an abusive home that, is scared of your parents finding out your.
She can't stop scratching. She can't stop moving. She can't stop fidgeting. But yeah, she's just so tired.
Pregnant, like, even then there's no excuse, but like, I'm just saying that, what the hell? Laying on the baby. How can you give birth to a child, right? Look at that beautiful baby and then do that. knowing that that's your flesh and blood. These documents say that she admitted to police of cleaning up and putting the baby in the closet. After this, Snelling says that she went to school but didn't go to class. She later went to the UK student clinic but didn't go inside. The affidavit says that she then went home where she was later detained by police. She was taken to police headquarters, then later to the UK hospital where she told staff that the baby displayed some fetal movement, including a whimper. Oh my goodness. The search warrant of Snelling's phone showed searches pertaining to pregnancy. She was looking up pregnancy searches on Google. Later
Here she goes.
to the UK hospital where she told staff that the baby displayed some fetal movement, including a whimper. The search warrant of Snelling's phone showed searches pertaining to pregnancy, including photos of her during labor. I cannot. Who took photos of her during labor and why? And concealed or hidden pregnancy. What the hell? She searched concealed or hidden pregnancy.
Like, in my opinion, she's so fucking out of it. She doesn't even know what she's reading, because what she's reading, if you're in true crime, it's not something you haven't read 1,000 times before. She concealed a pregnancy. She wouldn't be the first and she won't be the last. But I've never heard Brittany talk about a case, or not even talk about, just read a headline, and she can't even get her fucking words out. It's so disgusting. And John, you're a kiwi, I'm a mango.
I cannot. What is going on? Concealed or hidden pregnancy. The affidavit says that some of the photos of labor were deleted. Wow. Wow. I'm sorry that I'm just sitting here, but like, to me, that's so inconceivable. How can you?
What I find inconceivable is how you have any support left. I find that inconceivable. Inconceivable. Brittany, you're fucking nodding out. Give me a break. This is not tiredness. You are fucking nodding out. You can't stop moving. You can't stop itching. And how anyone supports this is beyond my comprehension. You have not stopped itching your entire life.
How? Let me come back to y'all for a minute. I just need to process this. Yeah, I mean, oh my God, as horrible as a thought that is. Yes, Trooper's mom. Where's the afterbirth? What did she do with all of this? Because you know that has to come out or you'll die. Like, if you don't push the placenta out and all of the afterbirth, it'll set up toxic poison in your system and you'll die. Can you imagine what those pictures on her phone must have looked like? No, no, Ivy League. This is almost as bad as Alexi Treviso. Remember Alexi's case, guys? Almost as bad as hers. There's a lot of weird thoughts I have when I imagine that one too. Oh, jeez. I heard somewhere that the umbilical cord had been cut out or had been cut. Well, how though? How did she cut it? I cannot. I cannot.
So go ahead, people. Tell me how she's just tired. That's just tiredness. Because if that was tiredness, she would go to bed. Instead of nodding out and then saying, "Oh, I can't," she would just go to fucking sleep.
This is so. I'm just y'all. I've got this horrible visual, and I feel traumatized just sitting here thinking about it. Like, did she use scissors? How did?
And not to sound cold hearted, okay, so the girl had a baby on her own. Who cares? Why is this like, oh my God, this is so bad? Brittany, it happens every day. Literally. Like every day this happens. People give birth at home all the time. But she's so fucking high that she doesn't even realize that or see that. And she's making it out like this is the worst thing you ever heard. Really, Brittany? I could think of 1,000 cases that are more intense than some 20-year-old beauty pageant cheerleader who didn't want her baby and fucking killed it. As horrible as that is, I could think of 1,000 worse cases to be like, oh my God, I can't.
She know what to do? Did Google walk her through it? Did she talk to Chat GBT? Like, when the baby cried, you didn't feel bad? Like, do I need to point out how precious infants are? Like little bitty, innocent little, like the smallest creature. I cannot. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Why pics of her in labor? That's what I'm trying to understand, April. What? That's why I think she wasn't alone for the pic. Yeah, like did someone take the pictures of her? It's so inconceivable to me how anybody could ever harm a tiny little baby. There was a young lady in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Had twins.
They were, going with her.
Wait a minute, Brittany. There's a young lady in Hendersonville, Tennessee, who had twins. She put them in her clothes hamper after she unalived each one, then went to school. Her mother found them. Why?
She's scratching away
Why?
again.
Why? Why? I don't get that. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Almost like she planned it. Yes, Dreamcatcher. Like hidden pregnancy, right? Hidden pregnancy, guys. How old was she, Trooper? The one that's awful. And what's her name, Troopers? Okay, let's keep going. All right. The affidavit says that some of the photos of the labor were deleted
Oh, yeah, she's just sound asleep there. She's gonna wake up and say, I can't. She's gonna flip her hair. Watch.
All right, we're gonna try to read this. This is pissing me off. It's awful. She was taken to the police headquarters, then later to the UK hospital where she told staff, I'm gonna read it one more time, y'all. The baby displayed some fetal movement, including a whimper. A search warrant of Snelling's phone showed searches pertaining to pregnancy, including photos of her during labor and concealed or hidden pregnancies. That's what she's looking up. She's taking photos of herself while in labor. Why would you do that? What?
This part's the best because she nods out. Her cursor just completely stops. It's really funny. But she pretends she's reading.
All right, let's see. Is that the last of that? We're going to the next one. The affidavit says that some of the photos of the labor were deleted, which Lexington police writes leads them to believe other items could have been deleted in an attempt to hide any evidence. Next document. Hold on, because that's all that there is there. So hold on a second. Let me find a good one. Fayette County coroner releases autopsy results. We know woman accused of hiding a baby in the trash bag withdraws from University of Kentucky. Okay, let's just hold on. The fact that she's out on bond is mind blowing to me. Hold on, guys. Let me see. Hold, please. Let's see what we can find. Find.
At this point, I think I shut it down because she was gone for like 7 minutes with her bullshit. But then I started recording again when I saw she was on camera. But you guys see what I'm saying? That's not someone who's falling asleep. I don't give a fuck what her drug test said. That's not someone falling asleep. And I thought she wasn't going to pull this shit anymore. But of course she does. And I just don't get why anybody supports it. I just don't. Let me get the other video.
Related to pregnancy and
Why is their kid up this late though? That's what I don't get. Why would a kid be up at 1 o'clock in the morning? Oh, wait, because she's in the same room with him. That's when I was looking for a picture. Hold on. I gotta turn that off because I'm gonna show stuff. Alright, that's when I was setting up the live. Alright, I think we're good. Okay, so now I make it bigger again. Nope. And it gets even bigger.
I'm sorry, she was awake for around 30 minutes after giving birth before falling on top of the baby, y'all. Falling on top of the baby. When she woke up, she got up and noticed the baby turned blue and purple. Wow. Wow. Fell on top of the baby. Oh my God, this is so hard to read. How could you do this? Jesus, please help us, God. This one's getting me. Okay. Snellen told the police that she was awake for. Okay, I read that part. Ooh, after giving birth before falling on top of the baby. When she woke up, she got up and noticed the baby turned blue and purple. She believed him to be dead and laid next to it. God bless it. Because it gave her a little comfort in the moment.
100% agree with you, Be Real. 100%.
Oh. What the hell? How can that? That's just demented as you could get. Oh, man. She then woke up at 7:30 a.m., went to the kitchen to get a trash bag. She took a shower, cleaned her room, and responded.
But here's the thing that I noticed. Is she really covering cases? All she's doing is reading articles. She's not putting in her own opinions. She's not, going further with the case or anything like that. All she's doing is reading articles. And like someone said before, it's taking her hours to read one fucking article. Just one article. But she was fine during the drama stream. And then right after the drama stream, all of a sudden she's passed out. She can't even think straight.
To the group text and said that she had passed out. This is so bad. She woke up at 7:30 a.m., went to the kitchen to get a trash bag. She took a shower, then cleared. I can't believe this. Man, is this real? She took a shower, cleaned her room, responded to the group text, and said she had passed out because she hadn't. What? Wow. She hadn't eaten, which was the cause. What in the world? Okay, hold on. She woke up at 7:30, went to the kitchen.
Like, what she's trying to say is not that big of a deal. It's just not. What Lakin did was horrible, don't get me wrong. But the fact of what she's trying to read is not life altering. And she's making it out like it's the worst thing in the world. And no, not even close.
Kitchen to get a trash bag. She took a shower, cleaned her room, and responded to a group text that said she had passed out because she hadn't eaten, which was what she told or I'm sorry, which was what caused the loud noise, was that she didn't eat. She left at 9:30 class, but skipped and went to McDonald's, sat in her car for a while. Wow. 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 This case is too much for me, y'all. I don't know how anybody could hurt a little baby. I just don't. I'm sorry. It's just all right. So she sits at McDonald's. So you want breakfast after this? Sat in the car for a while, then went to the UK student clinic but decided not to go in. At 10:34 a.m., police responded to the home when her roommates discovered the scene. She was then arrested shortly after. I cannot breakfast after all that, y'all. She left for 9 a.m. class, but instead skipped to go to Mickey D's. According to the records, she told hospital staff that her baby showed a little bit of fetal movement at birth, let out a whimper. That's so sad. Why? And she guessed he was alive. An affidavit filed September 4th by Lexington PD stated that the newborn appeared to be full term. She held that. Oh God, she kept that baby. She held him the full term. Gave birth probably very much to a very alive and thriving baby, probably. An alive and thriving baby, and this is what they get. I can't. This makes me so sick. I have no words. I have no words. Such a blatant disregard for an infant. Another life, and she just, like it was nothing, like it was absolutely nothing, and it didn't matter. I'm so disgusted and grossed out right now. And then gonna tell the cops that she fell on top of this little baby. What the heck, man? Good night, Sunstar. All right, Carolina Moon. No, I don't believe it either. No. Hold on one second. Hold on. I'm so thoroughly just, I could cry. Like, this is so sad, y'all. Why? Why? Like, what is this? Mm. What, for your own selfish reasons? Like, go, okay, fine. You couldn't go take the baby to the fire department? You couldn't do that? It was too much for you? The embarrassment?
So now she puts her head down like she's looking at her phone. And watch what happens next.
Give me a second. Okay. All right.
Now, riddle me this. She's on her computer. She's been using her computer. Her computer works perfectly fine. Why would you pull up something on your phone and read it from your phone when you have your computer right there? I'm still trying to figure out this one. Why would you pull up an article on your phone? You have your computer pulled up. I don't get it. But the only logical conclusion I can come to, she wasn't really on a phone. She was falling asleep, but or not out, and needed to figure out a way to cover up. What's up, Amber? Needed a way to cover this up. She just nodded out.
Wow. Hold on, guys. I'm looking at this information that. Okay. So, updates, new court records. Lakin Snellen, age 21, was arrested last month after her baby was found in a closet. Lakin was a former University of Kentucky athlete. It's been confirmed that Lakin's baby was full term and very much alive at birth. Lakin told police that she gave birth, but
Because remember, it's perfectly normal to just stop mid sentence. No matter how tired you are, you don't stop mid sentence. That just doesn't happen. Unless you have narcolepsy or something, nobody, no matter how tired you are, you don't stop mid sentence every 10 seconds. You might stop mid sentence one time and like be out, but I've never even heard of that either. Nobody stops mid sentence every couple of minutes. That's why nobody could ever convince me that this is just her being tired.
hang on, y'all. Lakin told police that she gave birth. And for the record, I'm looking at my phone. Lakin told police that she gave birth, but at this time, she said she didn't believe that the baby was alive. She said that she then passed out, falling on top of the baby.
It's not neurological, Millie. If it was neurological, it would happen all the time. Narcolepsy would happen all the time. You don't have control over it. She absolutely has control over this because you don't see that. I mean, sometimes you'll see it during the day, but if she's doing a drama stream, this never happens. When she's doing just so many different times after she cried that one day, she was great for 48 hours. That's not somebody who has a medical condition. That's somebody who didn't take their drugs or their pills or whatever to put on a good show for 48 hours. But as soon as she did start taking it again, look where we are now.
And when she woke up, the baby turned blue and purple and believed
She nodded
that the
out
baby
again.
was deceased, right? That's what they're claiming she said. She then wrapped the baby up, laid next to him on the floor, and said it gave her comfort. Lakin did not attend her 9:30 class, but instead she went to McDonald's with a big old appetite. Wow, wow, wow. She did not go inside after she went to the university clinic, didn't go inside. We read that. Lakin has been charged.
Brittany, what I think you should go to the doctor for is cooties if you're not taking anything. Because you have scratched this entire life. 40 minutes straight, she has scratched something.
Charged with abuse of a corpse, tampering with evidence, and concealing the birth of an infant. Lakin has pled not guilty but remains out on bond from jail. Well, wow. Hold on. Is this the other one? Hold on. Let me see. I got two that's been sent. Okay. Contents warning. The article contains graphic descriptions. Hold on. We'll just put that right there.
They actually said Suboxone can cause itching.
Right? Yeah. So looking down at my phone. Content warning. The article contains a graphic description of pregnancy, childbirth, and infant death. Reader discretion advised. Records obtained by Kentucky Colonel News media outlet reveal disturbing new details in the case of Lakin. August the 28th, Lakin gives birth. That was the day that she gave birth to
100% Amber. This case could have been summed up in 5 minutes.
the baby at 4 a.m. Let me see. This is wild. All right. So on August the 27th, Snelling gave birth to alone. So they're saying she was alone for those of you that are asking about if somebody took pictures. They're saying she was alone. So she gave birth alone around 4 a.m. on the 27th in her off-campus residence. She told the hospital staff that the baby showed a, quote, little movement, made a whimper. How sad is that? And that she guessed he was alive. Right. Okay. A Lexington police affidavit filed September 4th states that the baby appeared to be full term. Police executed a search warrant on Snelling's phone, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and the iCloud. Investigators uncovered deleted photos of Snelling in labor, internet searches about pregnancy, and what are described as evidence.
Tony, that made me laugh. Trust me, this will never happen to me, ever. And I know people say, like, never say never. No, I don't like downers. And I would never go live high as a kite.
Hmm. Mountain Mama, I got so many questions, honestly. I can't imagine being her mom. I don't know what I would do if one of mine did something like this. This can't be the only baby. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. This can't, I read that so wrong. Let me read that again. I can't imagine being her mom. I don't know what I would do if one of mine did something like this. This can't be the only time that she has acted irrational like this. I don't know. I just don't think that you, out of nowhere, somebody is just capable of laying on top of a baby and suffocating the baby to death. Like, this is too much, y'all. This is way too much. Where's her mom? I'd like to know what her mom's saying. Like, did her mom have record? Did her mom see any of this? She shared a cloud with her the whole time. All right. Not saying that her mom did, because we don't know.
And then I couldn't take anymore. I said, you know what? I proved my point. I just can't do anymore. I was like, I think I got enough of what I needed to get. But go ahead and tell me how that's not some kind of drug. I don't even give a fuck what her drug tests say. It's obviously something that she has not been tested for, because that's not falling asleep. Nobody scratches that much. Brittany, take fucking Benadryl. If you're scratching that much, take Benadryl. You'll be okay. But it was a cross between she was making me itchy. And I really felt like she had cooties. Like, Brittany, you can't sit. I fucking take Adderall every day. I sit still. Like, how do you move every 5 seconds? That's insane. And I have ADHD. And even when I don't take my medicine, I still don't move that much. I mean, I'm animated, but I don't move that much when I take 60 milligrams of Adderall every day. I don't move like that. I just don't get it. Like, I honestly and truly don't get it. And I don't know how anybody supports that. They should not be supporting it at all. They should be telling her, get your fucking shit together. But I do think she lost her biggest pay pig tonight, because they went and dropped 15 memberships over in Truth. So, Brenda, if you saw the light, congratulations. I don't know what the appeal is, Nolly. I have no idea. I wonder the same fucking thing. And notice, she doesn't yawn. I've never seen someone not yawn and not out that much. See, I haven't seen Shady. Must have blocked me, because I don't see Shady anywhere. And Sinner is destroying himself. He's absolutely destroying himself. I have, and this goes for all of them, B Tim, all of them. I have a really big problem with men constantly going after women's looks. I think it's gross. Like, if a girl does it, it's two girls. When a guy does it to a girl, I think it's gross. It's just me. I hear B. Tim do it. I've heard Cletus do it. I've heard Truth do it. These men need to stop going after women's looks. And Sinner takes it to a whole new level. And I just think it's disgusting. I don't care who it is. I think it's gross. And I will automatically click out if I start hearing it. And I used to tell Sinner, roll it back. The way he attacks women's looks is just disgusting. And like I said, I don't really have a problem when a female does it, just like I don't have a problem when two guys go after each other's looks. Like White Boy went after Sinner went after White Boy, Sinner went after B. Tim went after Sinner. I don't have a problem with that because they're all guys. And women go after women, that's fine. But men should never go after women. Whether you're on the internet or not, I don't care. I think it's gross. Real men don't attack women's looks. Period. End of story. I don't care what anyone says. That I live by that, and I stand by that. It shouldn't matter if it's on the internet or if it's in real life. And as soon as I hear it, I X out. Because I do. I think it's disgusting. So I think the guys having, like they were talking about Jay's husband, I think that's a great idea. I really do. I think all the guys should get together, have their own drama, have their own shit, enjoy. Do your guy thing. I think it's great. But all these men going after women's looks are too much. It's normally dudes that think they're man. I agree with you. I think it's gross. And especially when it comes from people who don't even show what they look like. That's even a bigger problem that I have. But it's so high school. It's so fucking immature. And if that's all you have is a guy attacking someone's looks, that's pretty sad. Yeah, the Husbands of True Crime podcast. No, I do. I think it's a great idea. It'll get them out of women's drama. As long as they're not sitting there bashing women. But I do. I think it's a great idea. And I think they'll do great with it. Because I think if they hit the right topics, it'll probably hit a much bigger audience than even we would. I had watched these guys. I don't remember the name. They were young though. But they started out just talking about different topics, sitting around the backyard. And they grew. Then they got a couple million followers, but it was really a pretty good show. I don't know what happened to it. Sinner has a great voice, but his personality fucks it up. It's not that it's his personality, but you can't say you're a nice guy and then just totally attack someone's looks. There's so many other things that he could attack Queen Bee for, like legit, but all he chooses is her looks, and then he lies. He lies about her. She's not losing, just because you're in a custody fight doesn't mean you're losing your kids. She's not losing her kids. And especially in the state of Illinois, do you know how hard it is to change custody once she's already has established custody? It's almost next to impossible. And I know this for a fact. So she's not losing custody. He said so much stuff that's just not true. I think they'll bash. I hope not, Holly. I hope they keep it just to the guys. Let their wives, girlfriends, whatever, do the bashing. They don't need to bash women. And if they don't bash women, I really think they could do really well with it. 300 in chat, hit the thumbs up. Feel free to send me some dough. Cash app, super chat. Don't matter. I'll take anything. I gotta figure out this Patreon situation because I'm losing so much fucking money. I gotta get a new Patreon set up on a new platform like tomorrow because I'm like so mad. But I heard it could take like up to a month for them to get back to you. But I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna have a new one set up immediately. Tell me about a Chris and a B Timmy? No, seriously though, they could talk about politics, they could talk about so many different things, music. I just don't think it'd be wise for them to sit there and talk about women's drama. And in my opinion, this community is maxed out. You know, Clue, Granny, Queen Bee, they may make money in Super Chat, but if you look at their numbers, they haven't really added. Granny hasn't added a subscriber in over a month. Like, they're pretty much maxed out. No, my fucking Patreon got shut down because of a stupid cunt. They don't even give you warning. It just got fucking shut down. Hey, Big Al. Why have I heard your name recently? No, someone fucking reported that I uploaded a movie. Some dumb fucking obsessed cunt. So they just removed it. No questions asked. Just boom, gone. But, so I appealed it, so I'm waiting for it to come back. You're a panelist for BJ during the KR case as well as a mod. You know who else I noticed hasn't been in her chat? Another one of her big spenders. I forgot his name. It was a guy. He was also a mod for her. Do you know what I'm talking about? I want to say Boy George, but that's not his name. He was with her for a long time. Ben George, thank you. Boy George, Ben George. I wasn't that far off. I was pretty close. Yeah, I haven't seen him in her chats in a while. Anyone know what happened to him? Really, though, I wasn't that far off. Ben George, I knew it was something George. Anyone know what happened to him? Because, yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. He's only around for the KR case. She accused me publicly of hitting on her. I left the scene for a long time. Yeah, Natalie, that's what I'm saying. I have not seen him. But, I mean, I wouldn't be around someone that fucking nods off all the time either. You know? Like, who wants to be around that? BGN man? What does that mean? What's BGN man? Alright, she retracted it. Kind of thought he is Chet. No, I don't know why she would hide it. I mean, why he would hide who he was. Natalie, I say the same thing. And I see her getting super chats and shit. I'm like, what? I'm like, why are you guys supporting this? Stop enabling her. Because you're enabling her, nothing's going to change. And I still seriously want to see her get help. People think I don't. I really do. She needs to get fucking help. And if I will put this out there for replay crew, you know, you may hate me all you want, but don't enable her just because you want to get to me. Don't enable her just to hate on me. I mean, that makes you really fucked up. Oh, the kitten was typing. I was like, huh? Because I see my haters in there. You're not helping. And I know that my haters don't give a fuck if Britney lives or dies. But, yeah. Just stop. I agree, Natalie. It's no way to live. But only she can help herself. That's the problem. The fucking dog got a hold of my damn extension. And I agree with you. It is no way to live. Self-admitted, on many occasions, Britney takes her own trash to the dump. Ah, good point. Your haters have never cared about addiction. And Nancy, I agree with you. I don't know why I just called you Nancy. Why aren't you coming in as Corey? But I do. I see them over there. I'm like, give me a fucking break, guys. Stop enabling her because you want to talk shit about me. According to her, she doesn't have the bad leg anymore. According to her, she's all better. But if you watch tonight, she couldn't even fucking see straight. And she couldn't stop itching. I was so embarrassed for her. Like, Britney, stop fucking scratching. Only people I've ever seen scratch like that are on something. So I honestly don't give a fuck what her drug test says. They basically tested her for uppers. Or her big spenders need to stop. But I think she lost all of them. So I don't know. I was somewhat an expert in the field of GPS tracking. 15 years experience. Yeah, you know what, Millie? I think perks made me itch too. I took perks after my baby. You know, because I had C-sections, so they give you perks. I kind of remember itching too. No, Black Swan, I'm serious. All she did was fucking itch. She couldn't sit still for more than 10 seconds. Yeah, I think Brenda went. She did give a lot to Truth. I was like, damn. I'm glad you're giving it to Truth, but remember us over here, Brenda, we told you to not fucking... I think I told you when you figure out when you're wrong. Don't worry, I won't give you when I told you so. Yeah, if she wasn't scratching, she was playing with her hair. Exactly. Yeah, I know opiates cause it, but she was tested for opiate, and it said she wasn't. So I kind of believe that. Unless the whole thing was a lie, which is possible. But who knows? And that's another thing. The creator I was watching earlier, sorry if you guys hear me tearing apart hair. I have clip-ins. My fucking dog got a hold of them. So now, like, the bottom of them are all knotted. So I'm kind of, like, trying to tear it apart. So I don't know if you guys can hear that on the microphone. If you do, I apologize. Yeah, if she had a prescription, it would come back negative anyway. But I was listening to someone, the same person earlier, who said, I forgot what she said. Now I forgot. Now I'm getting like Brittany. I went brain dead. Oh, about the test. Like, even if the test came back a certain way, the haters or whatever still wouldn't believe it. So no matter what she does, they wouldn't believe it. You know what I believe? I believe things that I could see with my own fucking eyes. And I believe from my experience with drug use and people around me on drug use. To anyone that says, like, oh, well, she could put out a test and they wouldn't believe it. No, because I believe what I see. And if it was just one time, that's one thing. If it was, one night, I get it. But this is nod after nod after nod after nod. Don't question what I see with my own fucking eyes. And I think that's what people are having a hard time understanding. And it's, in my opinion, it's the worst part of it. Like, it's one thing to think something, it's another thing, well, maybe. It's another thing to see it with your own fucking eyes. Nobody's going to gaslight me into saying that I'm not seeing exactly what I see. And that happens far too often. No, I could fucking see it. I see exactly what's happening with my own ears, my own eyes. So, I don't really care if anyone believes me. Oh, God, I can't believe his fucking dog did to these things. I think my dog thinks extensions are like an animal. I don't even know how he got them. Thank God he only got like 4 of them. It mysteriously gets worse every month. Right about YouTube paycheck days. Yeah, that's what everyone says. Hey, Jenny. Yeah, I was thinking about something, though. I know people, like, I get what Cletus and Clue were saying about the Social Security and all this other stuff. If someone stole my Social Security card, there ain't a fucking thing they're going to get out of it. I don't think that, like, Craig has good security, has good credit. The guy doesn't even work. So I don't think it's as traumatic as they were making it out to be, simply for the fact the guy has no job. He probably has no credit built up. So I don't think that it's that life altering. No, you want to hear something, Amber? They were supposed to come today. My fucking Amazon said that it's delivered. Bitch, no, it wasn't. So I contacted Amazon. They said, oh, tomorrow. Sometimes things are marked delivered. I said, why? Because my fucking USPS chick is an asshole? I'm so mad, though. So now I got to wait till 5 o'clock tomorrow for Amazon to give me a refund or something. But I'm going to go to the post office in the morning and ask them, like, where is this? Your girl, for the second time in a row, marked it as delivered, and I don't have it. Nothing was fucking delivered. She did this once before too. Look, that one came out easy. Yeah, that's a good one. I was so excited to get him today too. Nope. But I know, I can't let the dogs near him. But I think I keep him in all the time, except when I'm, Exactly. She checked it delivered and never got it. I fucking hate the postal service. I'm gonna tell Amazon, I'll only take FedEx packages. That's why, unless somebody doesn't have FedEx or they live in an area where it's like triple the price, I will always use UPS. I cannot stand the post office unless I have no choice. Oh, you know what it was? These cheap ones I got are the ones that are all knotted. They're just like a few extra blonde pieces. Those are the ones that are all knotted. My good ones came right out. I don't want to be Karen, but can you report her? She's not supposed to do that. Who, my dog? No. Report who? You're right, my dog is not supposed to eat my hair extensions. Good point. Oh, the man. Oh, believe me, I plan on it. This happened right before Sage's shower. And I was so fucking mad. I went to the post office in tears. I'm like, it says delivered and I need it in 2 days. I said, I don't have time or money to order it again. Where is my package? And then all of a sudden, miraculously, the mail girl just found my package. But I do have a feeling that's what she did today. She marked it off to say marked, but she'll deliver it tomorrow, which is total bullshit. So, all right, but I'm going to get off. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Ah. Hey, I got the knots out. Extension saved. I don't even wear them that much. I think I've worn them like 4 times. They're a pain in the ass to put in. I don't like clip-ins. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Patreon, I'm going to have a new setup for tomorrow because I can't go without it. So, we're going to have a new setup by tomorrow to keep your mailboxes open. I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Mods, thank you for a fantastic job. Guys, hit the thumbs up on your way out and make sure you hype videos. I don't know why I haven't seen too many of my video hype lately. I think it's because I've copyrighted music and then they won't put it on there. So, but I will see you guys tomorrow, last day of the month. And that's it. All right. Peace.